Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Look at this guy coming around the corner. Freaking grapevines. I don't need to go pick them. They're gonna come and pick me. Just gonna take a little shot of the... Ooh, look at those morning glories up top that are flowering. There's a bunch of them there. Ooh-hoo-hoo. And over here as well. I'm going to do a little video here shortly, but I just want to point out this wonderful beauty. This was one of my patients. Patient number 2 was only a fraction of the size that it is now. Now the lobelia that I was so interested in is hiding in the back. You can't even see it. But it's coming up nice. And it's trailing down. I was going to take it apart, but I left it together, and I'm very glad that I did because it's the most beautiful purple and white I've ever seen. And it brightens up this little spot where it's mostly green during the day once the morning glories shrivel up for the day. But look at those beautiful flowers all up in there, trailing down. I love that. 1, 2, 3, ding dong dong. And we have some over here growing up, and even some for the neighbors. Let's see. Right there, that purple one is facing over to the neighbor's house. And the phlox are in bloom. We had some rain yesterday, so they're bending over. But these guys here are just opening today for the first time. So nice. Oh, green beans are sprouting. Some new beans, some new flowers. And dahlias are up to my chin. And the cucumber plant is still going strong. We got a dead leaf that needs to come off. These pretty little ladies here. Some more cucumber, some more dahlia. This is one dahlia plant that is spread out so wide. It's like a little 1, 2, 3. And my tomatoes are taller than the grapevine. And those tomatoes there are propped up, and they're like 14 feet tall. Blueberries are getting ripe and ready to pick. Same as the raspberries over there. Getting red, and we've already picked some off, but we were late in getting to them. So there were some, about 2/3 of them were bad. And we have these beauties. How much they've grown. It's massive. And this one here too. Now that nasturtium right there, I may have to pull out. I had a nasturtium in front of this right here down on the bottom, but that's over there now. That nasturtium. Because the petunias were just covering it right over, so I just took that out of the road. And oh yes, over here we have some. There's not as big a flower. The leaves aren't as prolific over on this side yet. They will. These are slower to start because this is shaded so long. This is the north side of the fence. The other side is the sunny side, and he's got sunflowers. I think they're called mock sunflowers. No, not mock. Mini. I don't know. Wild sunflowers. Some kind of sunflowers. Not the normal kind. They're like miniature little guys that come along. But yeah, aren't they pretty? Those not sunflowers, morning glories. And then I have this little collection in front. I got these tiles at the dollar store for $4.50 or $5. I don't know. I bought 8 of them, thinking I might add them to this patio because it's the same kind of stones. But then I thought, why don't I line this so that way we don't have to worry about cutting the grass and we can just cut along here instead of having to move these plants all the time. The dahlias are sitting on the ground, so hopefully that will help them to not wilt out in the heat. Oh, look at that. Roses across the yard next door. Yeah, so I'm happy with this. So pretty. And grapevine. It's being eaten up by Japanese beetles, but honestly, I'm not really worried about it right now. And these potatoes, oh my gosh, I can't get over it. Like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I buried them. They were standing this tall, and so then I added this much soil and rolled up the bag, and now they're that tall again. If the bags were, there's the first flower starting right there. Oh, another flower. Let's see, am I catching it on film? Ah, there it is. All right. Where my finger is. Oh, and there's a flower that's open. So that's a good sign. Very good. So now that they're into flowering, there'll be a couple of weeks while they do their thing. Flower, flower, flower. Give them lots of water. Oh, there's another one that's open. Can we see it on the camera? That's why Reno was up there. He was sniffing the flowers. So yeah, probably another 2-3 weeks before the flowers start to die back. Then the plant will turn brown and we will be able to harvest. I'm really happy over here with these rose bushes. They were full of flowers, and then they were full of these worms. Oh, I gotta keep an eye out for those guys. Those are sawfly larvae, and we just squish them.